I'm Melly O'Brien. I'm the host of the Deep Resilience podcast. And in this podcast, I'm going to be sharing with you the right tools, skills, and insights that you need to stay mentally strong, no matter what life is throwing your way right now. I'm here to support you, coach you, and comfort you as you navigate through the hard times of your life. Hey friends, I hope you're well. I hope you're thriving. So when I work with clients in helping them to become mentally, emotionally, and spiritually stronger, whether it's in a course or a retreat or it's coaching, there's a thing that I hear come up as a roadblock for people when they're going through difficult times, decision points in their lives, facing really big problems, challenges. So I want to talk to you about this today in case this is something that's coming up in your life right now, or this could be something that you remember if this comes up in your life in the future. So here's the pattern that I see. When things are not going well in our lives, when we get thrown a curveball, or when we're scared or things are uncertain, we're stressed or we're in a bit of shock, we're facing a really big obstacle. Clearly, a pretty normal response for this to these circumstances is that we can feel really, really overwhelmed, okay? Especially if, our life just kind of got thrown a curveball of some kind and all of a sudden we just can't really see the way forward in a particular situation, or things that we thought were going to be a certain way are not going to be that way anymore. And now we're really starting to feel pretty uncertain about what's happening with our life. So what I see can happen for a lot of people is that the source of a lot of that overwhelm, or part of a lot of that overwhelm, is for many people a feeling of just being stuck in a situation. Like we're telling ourselves the story in our head in response to this, that we can't move forward, we don't know what to do, we can't cope with this, we're confused, we're stuck. We spin a lot of this mental dialogue that sounds like, I don't know what to do, I'm stuck, I don't know how to move forward, this is too much, I can't do this, I can't cope with this. And so obviously these kinds of thoughts of being stuck or unable to cope or don't know what to do can bring a lot of feelings of stress and frustration and anxiety and overwhelm, and sometimes apathy, that feeling like we just want to give up and we don't know what the way forward is, so we just don't care anymore, we're just going to give up. So all of that can come about with this mindset of really feeling stuck, like there's no way forward, like we don't have the inner resources for this. But in these situations, it's really wonderful to remember that you are never totally stuck. Now, your thoughts may be stuck. The thoughts may be telling you the story that you are stuck, that there's nowhere forward, that you don't have the resources to deal with this, that's totally beyond your capacity, that you're broken, that you're stifled, that you can't deal with this situation. But they're just thoughts. They're just thoughts that there's no way forward, that you don't have the resources, that you don't know how to approach this. So you always have the option, you always have the ability to change your approach to any situation, to be flexible and change things. So if you feel stuck in some way, if there's that mental dialogue going on for you, just see if you can take a pause and kind of like take a step back from the situation and try to view it with fresh eyes outside of that mental story of stuckness, and try to view it with these fresh eyes, with curiosity, with an attitude of flexibility, maybe even with a bit of playfulness or humor, or, just seeing the situation in new and creative ways. And with an attitude of curiosity and non-judgment, you can ask yourself questions like, am I approaching this situation with a helpful intention, with a helpful state of mind? If not, what can I change? You can ask yourself, what would be a few different possibilities that could help me move forward or find a new way through? Another question you can ask, what would I do here if I wasn't afraid? What's something that I haven't thought of yet that could make this situation a little easier, a little better, or help me to feel more empowered? Or what matters to me most in this situation? What's the most important thing in this situation? And then once you know what that important thing is, you can move towards that most important thing. These questions will help you change your focus. And look, there's a well-known adage in my line of work. You focus on, you feel. And what you feel, sometimes make real. So just remember this, what you focus on, you feel. So if your mind is spinning, I'm stuck, this is hopeless, I don't have the resources for this, I don't know what to do, then you will feel like you're stuck and it's hopeless and you don't know what to do and you don't have the resources. But if you just change your focus a little bit, and this works in all kinds of situations. You know, I've worked with people going through really, really tricky stuff, really painful, even tragic things. And if we can gently invite this unstuck attitude and focus your mindset in a direction of helpfulness, and you do this with an attitude of care and kindness towards yourself, right? Because you deserve kindness. You deserve to find empowerment, to find your center and strength. No matter what you're going through, you deserve that. So as a gift to yourself, changing your focus, seeing the situation with fresh eyes, with curiosity, non-judgment, change your focus to helpful questions like those ones that I offered you. And I'll put them in the show notes, okay? So I know some of you might be furiously writing them down. I'll paste them in the show notes so you can easily see those questions again. But the main thing is to remember that you can change your focus. You're not stuck. We're always in control of two things, my friends, in any given situation. We're always in control. So many things in life are out of our control. So many things we can't change, but we can always change our attitude and our actions, our response to any given situation. Look, another question that I really love, and I think that it's important to ask ourselves is, am I being totally honest with myself about everything that's happening for me in this situation? Why do I say that that can be helpful? Because I think a lot of the time when we feel stuck, it's not that we don't know what to do. It's not actually that we're stuck. It's often that we are scared. It's often that we're facing painful, scary choices or problems or obstacles. And so it's actually underneath that storyline, there's often fear there. So we're not really stuck. We're scared. And if we can be really honest with ourselves about that, that's a beautiful starting point for change. It's good to see clearly, and so we can explore then holding our fears with compassion, with gentleness, with understanding, and exploring what it would mean to make the most empowering, life-affirming, and aligned choices for us, even if it is a little bit scary. So now you can try on these different ways of thinking about things and exploring them from new angles. And when you start to think outside the box like this, you really start to let go of those stuck thoughts, the negative, unhelpful thoughts, and we bring in these fresh qualities like grit, creativity, flexibility, resourcefulness, strength. And this in turn leads to better solutions and fresh possibilities and confidence, feelings of confidence, feelings of, We've got this. And we can apply this, by the way, in general, in our mental strength practices in our life too. So if we ever start to feel a little bit stuck in a thought pattern or like something isn't working, we've been trying to change something for a while and we're still getting stuck in the same pattern, whether it's an addictive behavior or a particular emotional pattern that keeps happening or a particular thought pattern we keep getting hooked by, instead of giving up or feeling frustrated or feeling like we're never going to make a change, we can try a new approach, innovate, explore it again with creativity, find new ways to reinvigorate your practices or find a new way to meet a particular challenge that you might be having. Just try stuff. Play around in the laboratory of your life. So the next time that your thoughts are telling you that you are stuck, that things are hopeless, there's no way forward, you don't know what to do, you don't have the resources for this, just pause for a moment, become present, and meet the situation with fresh eyes and try a new approach, try a new mindset, try a new attitude, try new actions. You might just discover a new way through and a new sense of empowerment and courage that you actually had within you all along. I hope this is really helpful for you, my friends. And as always, I just want to thank you for your practice. Thank you for doing these practices. Thanks for being the kind of person who is working at becoming more sane, more loving, more wise, more empowered, more strong, more courageous. I appreciate you. I appreciate your practice. And I also appreciate you being part of this community. I'm wishing you really well with this practice, and I will catch you on the next episode. Until then, take care of yourself. If you know someone who you think might benefit from listening to this episode, share it with them. Sharing it could really help them to feel better and improve the quality of their life. And if you found this episode helpful, remember to subscribe to this podcast so that you can receive more tips on growing your inner strength and keep practicing along with us every week. And if you'd like some more support in becoming mentally, emotionally, and spiritually stronger, come check out the offerings I have to support you on my website at mellyobrien.com. As well as coaching and course options, I also have a bunch of free resources for you, including a free Deep Resilience Care Package, which you can begin to use right away to get some immediate relief from stress and suffering, improve your resilience and mental well-being, and help you navigate whatever you're going through with more wisdom, skill, and confidence. You can find the links for all of that in the show notes. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care and stay strong.